and I didn't tell them that I'm coming to going to Mumbai. So I took only 500 rupees from the house and I didn't tell anybody. I booked a train ticket to Mumbai. Then I called my brother because I lost my father long back. So my brother is the main guardian of our family.
From being shunned by the top academies in the country to fending for himself abroad and eventually going on to defeat his childhood icon, life has come a full circle for Subhankar Dey. It is my pleasure to have you with me today. Welcome to the show. Hello, Subhankar.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks.
So, Subhankar, tell me, how has the entire lockdown phase been for you?
Yeah, it was pretty tough. Initially, I was in Mumbai since February. So, in Mumbai, it is quite a terrible situation
Correct.
right now, and then also. So, I was not able to do any training and anything. So, I was just at home and doing a little bit of physical. Initial 2 3 months, I was still motivated. I want to do a lot of things and stuff. Everything will be all right. But then, slowly, I got really bored. Luckily, I have my own center at Mumbai.
Yes.
SDB Subhankar Dey Academy. So I have few students, and they joined online session.
Okay.
We started doing physical sessions, and that's how I actually
Yeah.
killed my time.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's great. At least it's all about shifting with what the situation demands us with today. The fact that even all of us had to just go online with everything that we were doing. So it's really good
True.
that we all adapted to it. So, Shubhankar, let's start from the beginning, from battling the odds to clenching your ticket to stardom. Your story has it all. So, tell us about, how your journey in badminton, where did it begin from?
So uh, I started badminton because my elder brother and elder sister used to play. They were in childhood, and they started playing over there. The same coach, and I was pretty good in studies till fifth standard, by the way. So then after fifth standard, my elder brother came to me and said like, okay, he's good in studies. Badminton is all about mind game and stuff like blah blah blah. So okay, let him just join badminton. And then I joined with the same coach where my brother used to train
Correct.
under him. So yeah, that's how I started my badminton career. And I started winning all the tournaments in Bengal. I was doing pretty well.
Mm.
And then there was a time like I really wanted to do well in my career, and I thought like, okay, this is it. I mean, because the environment and the infrastructure is not there, it's lacking in Kolkata.
Correct.
So where I should go and stuff. So that's why I chose to go to Thane in Mumbai. It was an academy in Thane Academy. So I chose to go there, and then I started my career, professional career. If you see, like I went there and started. Initially in Bengal, I got a job offer, which was in Food Corporation of India, and
Mm.
I was a very poor middle class family guy. So a job means to us is like, okay, it's a government job and everything. You need to take it and stuff. So family was quite, no, you have to take this job and stuff. Then I said no, I will not go there because there was a rule like I have to go in the morning and then come back in the afternoon. So definitely I wouldn't have been playing. My playing career would have been finished if I would have done that. So I went against my family, and I didn't tell them that I'm coming to going to Mumbai. So I took only 500 rupees from the house and I didn't tell anybody. I booked a train ticket to Mumbai. I called initially, but that time I called my Mumbai coach that I'm coming. And so I left. I left home and I took the train, and then I called my brother because I lost my father long back. So my brother is the main guardian of our family.
Correct.
So I spoke to him and he said like, no, you have to come back now. You cannot go like this. And he started shouting at me, obviously. Then I said, no, I'm going there and I want to play. And that's how I ran away from the house. And then after 3 months, 2 3 months, nobody spoke to me actually from my family. And then later on, everything was okay.
They also, I completely understand the importance parents here in Bengal give to government jobs, especially because I'm from Bengal myself.
Is
And
it? So you
yeah,
are a Bengali?
I'm not a Bengali, but I live
Okay.
in Calcutta. I was born and brought up here.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yes. So I completely understand that. And, to have the courage to really just leave everything back at home and to move to a different
Yeah.
city with just 500 in the pocket, it's
True.
absolutely commendable. I think it requires some
True.
next level of courage.
True,
So,
true. Actually,
yeah.
sister actually gave me that courage because my sister used to go when I was in Bengal. My sister used to go with me every day to the stadium where I used to practice, and her effort is like so much in my life. So after she got married, she shifted to Hyderabad, and from that time, I actually started feeling very lonely because my sister was one of them. I actually grew up with my sister. I never used to stay with my mom. Like my brother used to stay in a different city
Okay.
called Haldia, and my sister, and my grandmother used to stay in Kolkata. So
Okay.
basically, I grew up with my sister,
Yeah.
and so after my sister got married, I was feeling really alone. And then I spoke to my sister. My sister said, "If you want to really do well, then you have to come out, and
Correct.
this is your chance. So you just come out and see. I will be there for you, obviously, whatever you need." But being 16 or 17 years old, I think that time I was,
Yeah.
so it was really hard for me to, yeah, run away from the house. I didn't
Yeah.
think anything. I just thought like I have to play well, so I have to go. That's it.
Wow. And it's kudos to your sister who just had your back all along
Yeah,
and was there to
yeah,
support you. So,
yeah. She's still here. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. So, Shubhankar, there was like immense lack of support in terms of everything when it came to badminton and your career in badminton, as per se, from the entire badminton fraternity of India. So, how did you really learn the sport and, reach where you are today?
I feel my turning point was, of course, when I actually came to Mumbai. That was my turning point. And later on, I came to know, and that's how I started performing in all India level. And being perform like when I was performing well in Indian level, there was no sponsor. I never used to get any money and stuff. But initially, after I became Indian number 6, and when I actually being part of Asian Championship under 19, that time I got a scholarship from Hindustan Petroleum. So that time it was only 12,000 rupees. So that was my first scholarship which I got from badminton, and that was a huge amount for me that time, being
Yes.
alone and stuff. So I was very excited. I was very happy. But till then, I was there for 2 years. I was there in Mumbai, and that time I never had an idea what is international level.
Yeah.
So then I thought like, okay, maybe I'm stuck here in Mumbai. Maybe I have to go out in Bangalore or somewhere where is a better coach and the better playing facilities and stuff. So then I chose to come to Bangalore under Tom John. Tom John was an Indian guy, but he used to be a national coach for England and Portugal and stuff. And so I spoke to him. I said like I want to come, and he said, okay, you come and train with me. And from then, my international thinking started. Like the way I started thinking, okay, I have to do well in international, because the guys I was practicing with, they were all good players. Like Ajay Jairam, at that time he was in top 30 in the world. Yeah, Anup Shridhar, who played Olympics. So my whole mindset has changed.
Yeah.
And so that 12,000 rupees which I used to get from HPCL, that after a while I signed a contract with them. Then I used to get 20,000 rupees. So I used to save that money and for international tournaments, and also I started coaching.
Okay.
2 hours in a day. Yeah, 2 hours in a day at the same time when I was training at Bangalore.
Okay.
So I used to get 10,000-15,000 rupees. I used to save those money and I used to go for international tournaments. And therefore, that's how my whole journey started in international.
I think I just have one word for you, and that is self-made. It's
Yeah,
truly
yeah.
inspirational to see how you've managed
Thanks.
everything from
Yeah.
leaving the house to sustaining yourself and just finding ways as to how you can support your international tournaments financially.
Yes. Yes.
It,
Yes.
it's
It was very
really
tough.
commendable.
It was
Yeah.
very tough. Yeah.
So now, Shubhankar, to move on, tell me about your selection at a club in Denmark, and what was it like there? How did that happen?
So what happened initially, I never wanted to leave Bangalore. I always wanted to stay under Tom John because he was something, he actually changed my mind. He actually changed me as a player, I started doing so well.
Yeah.
I became Indian number one. I played a lot of good matches and stuff. So I never wanted to leave. But the thing is, like in Bangalore, the fees was so high. So it was like 30,000 rupees I had to pay in Bangalore for only training. So then it was impossible for me to give that fees. So I spoke to them. That time they had a new academy, so they couldn't really help me at all. So I had to choose some other go somewhere else. And then I went to Pune for some times. Then I went to Mumbai for some times. But then I was thinking what to do now. I'm stuck. Which academy I should go, because I wanted to go to Hyderabad Academy as well that time, but they rejected. They said I cannot go. I don't know what was that, but yeah. So I was like, okay, fine. Where I should go, because wherever I will go, it is very difficult for me to be at the training center. And if I want to play any international tournament, how will I fund myself to go to Europe?
Correct.
So it is impossible. And almost 20 tournaments in the whole year, all the tournaments are in Europe. So I thought like, okay, it's maybe better for me to choose a league matches in anywhere in Europe, and so that I can stay there, I can have the food and stay and training for free, and also playing for their club. They can give me some salary, and with that salary I can roam around. At least in Europe I can play tournaments.
Correct.
So I mailed almost like 30 clubs all over Europe, Denmark, France, everywhere, Portugal, whoever it is. And then I got a reply from Denmark. And then I said, okay, fine. It's like a small money, but I thought like, okay, this is the opportunity. Maybe I will go there. At least I will learn a lot of things and see how it is going, and then maybe I can choose later. So that's how I went to Denmark.
So you just kept going with the flow and taking risks all along.
Yes. And I was pretty lucky to get a club. It's not that easy to get a club that time. But luckily, my rank was okay. I mean, initially, like if you are not top 80 or top 100 in the world, they don't choose you for any clubs. So luckily, I was top 100 and stuff like that. So I was okay.
I know I read somewhere that you spent, like, after winning one of the tournaments in Europe, you spent like 2 days at the airport just so you could interact with someone, because, you felt very lonely there. So what kind of difficulties did you face when you were in?
What happened is, so the club I used to stay in Denmark, it is quite far. It is like the outskirts. The club name is Ikast. So they're pretty good. They have a college, sports college and all. I had to stay there. But the problem is, if I want to go for any tournament, any other city, I have to fly from Copenhagen, which is 5 hours from Ikast.
Okay.
So, and if I want to go by train 5 hours, it takes like maybe 7,000 to 8,000 rupees at least one way.
Okay.
So it is that expensive. The train was very expensive over there. So initially what I did is I went for an Iceland tournament, and Iceland tournament I won. I won Iceland tournament, and the tournament always happens like Tuesday to Saturday. Saturday or Sunday, I think it's always the final, and then the another tournament starts next week again Tuesday.
Yes.
So I won that tournament and I came back to Copenhagen, and I was in the airport for some times, and then I was thinking, next tournament I'm going to Portugal. Anyway, I have to come Tuesday. I have to travel again.
Yeah.
So, and what is the use if I go to Ikast and then anyway it is in the outskirts. I don't have a lot of friends. I had only 2 friends initially. One was from Thailand, one was from Brazil. But they also left for something. I was like, it's very boring over there. What to do? So I think it's better to just stay in airport. And I thought like, okay, I'll just maybe one night I will just stay, because I reached like afternoon.
Yeah. And
I started speaking to my sister, and it became like 10 to 12 hours. I was speaking with my sister consecutively, like continuously I was speaking to her. and I didn't realize it was like 11 o'clock, 11:30 in the night.
Wow.
And then I was like, okay, it is already late, so I think I should just stay here. And then
Wow.
that night I slept. And next day I thought, like, what is the use of going there and come back again? One more night I will also stay there. So that's how I actually ended up staying in there.
Wow. So, Shubhankar, we've gone through all, your struggling days,
Yeah.
and now let's move on to 2018 when you defeated
Yeah.
multiple time world champion and Olympic winner Lin Dan in 2 straight sets. So, how was the entire feeling to, play against your role model and to actually win against your role model?
So basically, when I was a child, my sister made a big poster of Lindan. Okay, I used to sleep on my bed, and the next wall, my Lindan poster used to there, and I used to think like, one day I want to play against him. I was never thinking of winning to that time, to for sure not, because I was very small, and Lindan was such a big. Like one day I would like to see him personally and stuff. So it was always a dream for me. Like I want to see like Lindan. I want to play like Lindan. I used to copy him when I was in Kolkata, the way Lindan plays and stuff. So basically, when I went to Denmark, my ranking was quite high. So I got in Lakhs Open, and the day came, I saw like I'm playing Lindan in the third round, like quarterfinal, I think. So I was thinking like, this is the opportunity. If I can play quarterfinal, then I can play against Lindan. I was not thinking at all to winning the tournament or winning. Just okay, Lindan ke saath I will play.
Yeah.
And that day evening, the day I will be traveling. Suppose tomorrow morning I'm traveling, and today evening we had a club match in Denmark. And I played so bad over there. I lost that match, and I was so depressed. I was like, I'm not at all playing good. What I'm gonna do going there, Lakhs Open? But the only thing was motivating me that I will play against Linda. That day morning, it was a very early morning train I had to take to the airport, and I missed that train. So it was a horrible situation, because I thought like, I didn't want to play, but I want to play because of Lindan, but everything is going against me. I couldn't catch the train. Probably I will miss the flight and I will miss the tournament. So somehow I reached airport like 10 minutes. It was last 10 minutes, and I reached airport. Somehow I went, and then I won my first round. Then I won my second round, and then when I was playing against Lindan, it was like I actually thought like. No, when I actually won my second round, the next day morning when I was playing against Lindan, I was all prepared. Like, okay, I will not think like, he's a legend and he's my idol and stuff. I was just thinking like, he's just a player, and I will go and I'll get that mindset that I want to beat him, and I'm good enough.
Yeah.
So that's how I started. And whenever I was winning, I was thinking like, I will not celebrate my win, because I celebrate a lot after my every win, almost. I celebrate a lot. But Lindan match, I didn't celebrate at all, and it was quite surprising, because everybody in India is like, okay, you beat Lindan, so some expression should be there. No, how is it possible? But I just went there and I shook hand, and then I left. So that was I feel that was the respect I had for him, and I gave it to him.
Correct.
So,
well, I think that's great, and it's amazing to see that the kind of respect you have for him, because you're known for celebrating every time you win. So that's
yeah.
So Shubhankar, we also know about your academy, which is named after you only.
Yeah.
So what's your vision with the academy, and how are you supporting the academy financially?
Yeah. So basically, when I was in Denmark, I started this. I was training one day. I was just thinking like, why cannot I just give something for badminton? Because I was earning good money in the league matches and all, and I was getting the sponsor money and stuff. Then I was thinking like, okay, this is my age. I think I should not. I could have bought a very good car, or maybe properties or something else. But I thought like maybe it is better to just give something to badminton, and it is better to give something in Kolkata, because I am from Kolkata and I have seen like that infrastructure, that kind of training things are not there in Kolkata.
Correct.
And I just spoke to my sister. I said like, why can't we just start something? I have the money, I have my savings, so let's just use this saving for a good reason. So instead of buying property and stuff, I said like, okay, fine, I will just spend the money on the badminton courts and everything. So we invest a lot, and therefore we started in Kolkata Academy, and we initially had almost like 50-60 students, and 15 to 20 students used to come from another city, Uttaranchal, UP and all this kind of cities. So it was the first time I have hired an Indonesian coach, a foreign coach there, with all my own money, by the way.
Okay.
That time I didn't have any sponsor, because who will sponsor me? At the initial stage academy, nobody will come and sponsor me. So that is how I spent all my money on the Indonesian coach, getting a good apartment for the students, and also the food and everything. It was all I was spending. I was spending like anything. And so it's been 2 years, our academy is there, and also I have started. Then I got an opportunity to open an academy in Mumbai.
Yeah.
And then in Mumbai, the infrastructure is much bigger. So we have like 4 courts and grounds and everything. It's like a very big club.
Yeah.
Then I thought like, okay, anyway, I can train here in Mumbai, and I can just hire 2 Indonesian coaches. I hired 2 Indonesian coaches for myself. One guy was only for me. And I used to train him, and I used to also look at the kids. I can guide them and stuff. So that's how I made a base in Mumbai as well. Yeah.
It's commendable that now you're giving back to the sport that has given so much to you. That's great, Subhankar. So with that, we've come to the end of our first segment, and we'll now move on to our next segment, which is Smash. I'm the captain of the Indian hockey team. I was the men's FIH player in 2019. Who am I?
I have no idea. I'm so sorry.
He's the captain of the Indian hockey team.
Right now, current?
Yes.
Shit. You're embarrassing me right now. I have no idea. Sorry. I have no idea.
Okay.
I only know that which is Anraj Pillai.
Okay. That's Manpreet Singh.
Okay. I'm so sorry, Manpreet. Okay.
I am an amateur boxer. I have 6 World Amateur Boxing Championship titles to my name. Who am I?
It's Mary Kom, probably.
Yes, absolutely. I'm an Indian shooter. I won the bronze medal in 2012 London Olympics. Who am I?
I know this guy.
He has an academy as well.
I know. I know him. It's not coming right now, but I know him. Yeah, right.
I hail from Tripura. I'm the first Indian female gymnast to win a medal at the Commonwealth Games. Who am I?
Deepa.
Yes.
Deepa Karmakar or something, right? She's my.
Yes. So the last one, I am an Indian tennis player. I have won a set against Roger Federer. Who am I?
Sumit Nagar.
Yes, absolutely.
You know why I know this guy? Because everybody says like I look like him.
Yes, you actually do. I was just thinking.
That's why people like, okay, this guy looks like you and stuff.
Yes. So I have one last question for you, Subhankar, and that is, so what are your plans for the future, and how do you plan to achieve them?
My plans as of like, there is not a big plan or something. I'm just going with the flow. Let's see. In this pandemic, I planned a lot of things this year, but it's all it's disappeared because of this pandemic situation. So let's see. I'll just take it step by step. first I want to just focus on Denmark Open and all the upcoming tournaments. Next year, probably I will play some Denmark league or any leagues in Europe, because somehow I feel like I'm much comfortable over there and stuff.
Yeah.
So let's see how it goes, and I want to come in top 20 in the world by next year. So that is the main goal, but I'm not really putting a pressure on myself. And just let it go. If I'm working hard and if I'm fit physically, then I think I can achieve that also. So,
yeah.
That's it.
And I'm really hopeful that you will, and all the best to you for your upcoming tournaments and for you to achieve the goals that you have set for yourself. So all the best to you, Subhankar, and it was great talking to you.
Thank you. It was nice talking to you too. Thank you. All the best.
Yeah. Now let's move on to 2013, your first appearance at the Deaf Olympics, donning the Indian jersey.
When I went there, I was so happy that I won the gold in single and won the gold in double. It's like I was so proud of it that I got selected to represent India team to play for a Deaf Olympics, which is my first experience